A young boy looks after a little girl whose dad works in the military. One day he finds a crowd of soldiers outside his home. Sean, 11, lived with his single mother Linda and was a highly responsible child for his age. His father died while fighting for the country when he was 5 years old, hence he was forced to become a man of the house at a young age. Sean admired his father and wished to be as brave as him. He respected his heroism and courage as a soldier, and he did everything he could to make him proud when he was still alive. But Sean's father was a strict man who never appreciated him. He longed to hear words of praise from him, but that day never came. After his father's death, Sean was heartbroken. He would miss his father, and more importantly, he would never get the chance to make his father proud. But life gave him that chance in the most unexpected way. One day, Sean was playing in his neighborhood when he saw a little girl sitting sadly on the curb. He immediately recognized her as she lived a couple of houses away from him. Watching her, Sean wondered why she seemed so sad. He decided to talk to her. "Hi, I've seen you around here. What's wrong? You look upset," he said, taking a seat beside her. "I'm Sean, by the way." "I'm Melanie," said the girl. "My mommy just went to the Angel and I miss her. I'm just sad." "So did my dad. I miss him too," said Sean. "Would you like to play with me?" he offered. "I don't have many friends." "Can I?" She smiled and Sean nodded. That day marked the start of Sean and Melanie's relationship. They would play together in the evenings, bonding over their common experiences with losing a parent. Sometimes Sean's friends teased him when they saw him with a 5-year-old, but Sean was unbothered. One day before going to school, Sean saw Melanie sitting outside her house crying. There was nobody around her and Sean was worried, so he ran up to her. "Melanie, what are you doing here alone?" he asked, worried. "I miss my daddy," she replied, sniffing. "He left me. I told him not to go, but he left me." "That's okay, Melanie. He'll be home soon. Listen, my dad was a soldier too, and their job's pretty cool. They work hard for our country, but aren't you proud of your dad?" "But there's no one home to take me to school. Grandma Molly's sick. I just want daddy to be home." "I can help you," Sean offered. "Just a minute." Sean dashed inside Melanie's house and asked Grandma Molly for Melanie's school address. Using Google Maps for directions, he managed to drop Melanie off at school safely before heading to his. "You don't need to worry about coming to school alone because I'll drop you off every day, all right?" he promised her. From then on, Sean always brought Melanie to school and her grandmother would only have to pick her up. One day, Sean got up late and was running late. He knew if he dropped Melanie off first, he wouldn't be able to make it to his classes on time, yet he chose to help her. His teacher, Mr. Watson, was furious at him when he got to class. "The next time you're late, Sean, I'd like you to bring your mother," he exclaimed. Sean's classmates laughed behind his back since they knew he was late because he dropped Melanie off at school. Nevertheless, Sean continued to do so while helping Grandma Molly around the house and with Melanie's care. Though he was just 11, Sean went out of the way to help Melanie with almost everything while her dad was away. He knew how bad it felt not to have your father around, so he never held back when it came to looking after little Melanie. One day, Sean offered to pick up Melanie from school because Grandma Molly wasn't feeling well. When Sean and Melanie arrived home from school, they found a large mob of troops in the doorway. "What's going on? Why are you all here?" "Oh no, is Grand Molly okay?" Sean asked, worried. Soon after, Melanie's dad emerged from the crowd. "Daddy!" Melanie screamed and ran to him. "I missed you so much, Daddy. This is Sean. He's just like you, Daddy. Did you know Sean helped Grandma Molly while you're away?" Melanie's dad, David, smiled. "Of course, I know how helpful Sean was. After Mom told me how a young boy helped her around the house in my absence, I had to do this. This is for you, Sean," he said, and the soldiers saluted him in unison, followed by David, who thanked him for looking after his daughter. "You're an incredible young man, Sean. I'm sure your father would be proud of you. Mom told me he was a soldier too. You made him proud today," he said. At the mention of his father, Sean burst into tears. "If you don't mind," he managed to say between tears, "can I hug you? For some reason, I'm missing my dad a lot today." "Of course, Sean, come here." Sean hugged David tightly and cried his heart out. He had held everything in and pretended to be very strong since his dad passed away, but at the end of the day, he too was a child who craved love and praise and a dad's care. "I never heard things like that from my dad," he told David. "I never thought a soldier like him would be proud of me, but you are. Thank you for that." "I should thank you, Sean," replied David. "Trust me, you should be incredibly proud of yourself." That day, David visited Sean's home, and when he told Linda how proud he was of Sean, Linda's eyes welled up too. "I'm so proud of you, honey," she said, hugging Sean. From then on, David treated Sean as nothing less than his son, and soon the two families got close to each other. Sean, just like his dad, grew up to be a brave military man.